up? It's me, Hard 8 times. It's the truth for YouTube. Your favorite commentator's favorite commentator. Yeah, what's up, people? What's happening? Make sure you go check out my last video, 60 frames per second versus 30 frames per second. There really isn't a difference. It'll be down in the video response section just in case you missed it. You did. And also, go check out the Facebook group, Adult Gamers. Everybody is welcome. All that we ask is you keep it gaming. That link will be down in the description. Now, this is my top 5 of the best multiplayer games of this generation. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with, reviews. This doesn't have anything to do with was it perfect or not, because we know no game is perfect, and the games on this list, they have their problems, but at the end of the day, fun factor and just pure awesomeness is how I came up with this list. Every game, of course, I played. Anytime I do a top 5, I will have played the game. I mean, the last top 5 I did, people was asking me, did I even play certain games? Like, come on, man. What the fuck? Of course I did. Now, starting off at number 5, Max Payne 3. This multiplayer was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. I just wish that the community was a lot more bigger on the PC, because a lot of guys on PC didn't like it. One of the reasons I heard is because you could beast with a controller. You know these PC guys, man, some of these quote unquote hardcore PC gamers, they really got a problem with anything that has to do with console. So if you can beast with a controller, they don't want to touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. You understand what I'm saying? So the community was pretty small. It wasn't like on the consoles where it was just a lot of people playing the game. But the game was great. They put a lot of time in the multiplayer. You can tell it wasn't tacked on. I had a lot of fun. I put a lot of hours into the multiplayer. Of course, it had its, it had some problems like, guns being overpowered and things like that. But at the end of the day, it was fun. Gang Wars was fucking amazing. You understand what I'm saying? It had good graphics, good gameplay. The multiplayer was great. Some of the funnest I had in multiplayer this generation, hands down. Now, your list might be different from mine, but this is my top 5. This is just my opinion. It is not a fact. Number 5, Max Payne 3. Now, number 4, Rainbow Six Vegas. That was the first multiplayer game I have ever played in my life. And man, it was a ball, man. That was my first time with multiplayer. I was blown away, hearing people talk, people using their mics and things like that. It had some of the best multiplayer I had ever played, and it had one of the best ranking systems too. Because nowadays, all you got to do is just play the game and you'll rank up. The more time you put into a game, the higher you will rank up. Rainbow Six wasn't like that. You had to win to rank up. You know what I mean? Rainbow Six was one of those games where that when you seen somebody with a high rank, you knew they was good. Like, you knew. When you saw an elite in the lobby, you knew he was about to bring the noise. You knew he was about to bring the noise because you had to actually win to rank up. I mean, you can play for hours and hours. If you losing, you not ranking up. It take you forever to rank up. That shit was crazy. But that was my first multiplayer game. When I first got on it, I was a complete noob. I didn't understand shit. I was getting my ass handed to me. But it was so good that I just wanted to play more and more. I mean, the weapons had weight to them. They felt so realistic. They sounded so realistic. It was just a lot of fun. Of course, you had campers and things like that, but at the end of the day, Rainbow Six Vegas it was a joy to play online, and that was my first online game, and I fucking loved it, man. I loved it. I was good at that game. I was godly on that game. I was on YouTube back then recording videos, so y'all could have seen just the type of work I was putting in on that Rainbow Six. I was a fucking beast. Now, number 3, Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2. Now this is crazy because this game had so many problems on launch day and months to follow. Like, it was take forever to get into a match. Terrible case of lag. It was pretty bad. And Epic even admitted that they fucked up. They really fucked up with the multiplayer. But that multiplayer was still so much fun. It just makes you think, damn, if Gears of War would have shipped in the same condition as Gears of War 3, if Gears of War 2 would have shipped in the same condition as Gears of War 3, it would have been that much better. It probably would have been number 1 on my list. It probably would have been number 1. This game, first of all, Gears of War 2, it was a multiplayer game that did not hold your hand. You know, it wasn't noob friendly. If you was a noob, you got your ass handed to you. If you was a noob, you got treated like a noob. You didn't have any type of crutches that can, you know, help you along the way. You didn't have any perks or any super overpowered weapons that would get you over the hump or anything like that. If you wanted to be good at Gears of War 2, you had to practice, you had to play. I mean, me and my homies, man, we used to have a lot of fun on Gears of War 2, man. Gears of War 2 was amazing online. The multiplayer was fucking great. I played that shit for months. I played it for months. It was great. Gears of War 2 is number 3. Now, number 2, Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3. A multiplayer game that I am still playing on a daily basis as we speak. Battlefield 3 multiplayer is amazing. Now, I have seen and heard people say things like Battlefield 3 is boring. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Now, you might got an argument if you're talking about consoles. And the only mode that's really boring on consoles is Conquest. Because Rush and Team Deathmatch is very enjoyable. And I'm quite sure Capture the Flag and things like that is very enjoyable because it's like, you know, it centers around just a few spots. So that's where all the action will take place. You understand what I'm saying? Conquest on consoles is definitely boring. But Rush and Team Deathmatch is not. Battlefield 3, I'm still playing it today. I just played it yesterday, me and my homies, man. We was playing for about 5 hours. We was getting it in. Battlefield 3, of course, it has its issues. I still feel like that is a high-priced beta. Still got a few issues and a few codings that's off with the engine that DICE still haven't fixed to this day. But it's nothing that's game-breaking. The game is still very enjoyable, and this is the reason why I'm that much hyped. I'm that much more hyped for Battlefield 4 is because of the multiplayer, man. Battlefield 3 has enjoyable multiplayer. Yes, it got your, your campy ass players and, your fucking cheaters and your exploiters and all that, just like every other multiplayer game. But at the end of the day, Battlefield 3 provides me with endless amount of fun for multiplayer. I fucking love Battlefield 3, man. And I will be playing it until 4. Battlefield 3, amazing. That's my number 2 best multiplayer game this generation. Now, number 1. Woo! I'm gonna probably be able to go to a blood bank after this one and become a millionaire because I'm about to make a lot of pussies bleed. And I really don't know why. I really don't understand the hate for this game because this game is amazing to me. But we'll leave that for another video when I do top 5 games this generation. But as far as the best multiplayer of this generation, my number 1 game is Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 is the best multiplayer that I played this generation. I mean, this game provided me with so much entertainment, it's unmatched. Not only was the actual game and the gameplay entertaining, but the shit that used to go on over Xbox Live was some of the most entertaining shit ever. I'm talking about the arguments, the fucking jokes, just the conversations. Everything was pure entertainment. Now, when Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, this was before Xbox Live had the party system. You know, now Xbox Live, most people be in a party. So now when you into a game, nobody's talking, you don't really hear anything because most people are in parties. This was before the party system. So everybody, if they wanted to talk, they had to be open mic. It was open mic. You feel what I'm saying? Over the mic, some of the best entertainment ever, man. Ever. And that's before we even talk about the gameplay. First of all, the multiplayer on Grand Theft Auto 4 was fucking great. It was great. You're talking about having so many different modes that you can play. It's modes on Grand Theft Auto 4 that I only played like one time till this day. Just because it was so many modes. It was like 16 different multiplayer modes. And I was caught up playing like GTA Race and fucking Team Deathmatch and the other joint that was like Game Wars when you had like 6 or 8 teams against 8 teams no, it was like 4 teams of 4 against each other. Oh man, it was crazy. It was crazy. Grand Theft Auto multiplayer I had so much fun, man, especially playing GTA Race. I don't understand how anybody can say Grand Theft Auto 4 multiplayer wasn't good or it was boring or anything like that, especially if you some dude that's been playing Call of Duty for the last couple years. You definitely need to shut the fuck up. Grand Theft Auto 4 multiplayer was a lot of fun, 16 people in the lobby. I believe they had dedicated servers because I remember like, I think they had dedicated servers. I'm not sure. I know you had like, you know, somebody that was like a king of the room and he, you know, handled all of the options and things like that. But I believe Grand Theft Auto 4 had dedicated servers. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it did. Grand Theft Auto 4 multiplayer was the shit. You know, I wish it was still alive and kicking right now on PC because PC you can have 32 people in the room. Oh man, I wish I would have been able to enjoy Grand Theft Auto with that many people in the room. I can just imagine GTA Race with 32 people in the fucking room. It was endless fun for me, man. Grand Theft Auto 4 multiplayer was fucking great. It wasn't tacked on. You understand what I'm saying? They took their time with it because y'all know Rockstar, they take their time with their games, man. They just don't release no bullshit. They will delay shit. They don't give a fuck how you feel. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is not big for nothing. You know what I mean? Grand Theft Auto is one of those games like Grand Theft Auto 5. You got websites doing whole articles just on the release of the cover. What game you know get a whole complete article and attention just for the release of the cover? Whole articles and attention just for fucking screenshots. Like, are you kidding me? Grand Theft Auto 4 multiplayer is the best multiplayer of this generation for me. For me, this is my top 5. Number 5, Max Payne 3. Number 4, Rainbow Six Vegas. Number 3, Gears of War 2. Number 2, Battlefield 3. And number 1, Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, I understand a lot of y'all might not agree. That's cool. I don't expect everybody to agree with everything I say. But this is my top 5. If you got a different top 5, list it. I respect everybody's opinion, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. This your boy Hardy, and I'm out. Deuces.
Hey, what's going on, mofos? It is I, Swag Chica, and I just wanted to remind you to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to the Real Heartache Times if you haven't done so already. That's pretty much all I wanted. See ya.